Hey Mustang fans, welcome back to Top 7, your go-to channel for all things fast, furious and unforgettable. Today, we're diving deep into the Mustang world to uncover some of the rarest and most unique Mustangs you've probably never heard of. From prototypes to limited editions, these beauties are the true hidden gems of the Mustang universe. Mustangs have been a symbol of American muscle and automotive innovation since they first roared onto the scene in 1964. Over the years, we've seen countless variations, each with its own personality and flair. But today, we're not talking about the models you see at every car show. No, today we're digging into the ultra-rare, the ones even the most die-hard Mustang enthusiasts might not know about. Kicking off our list at number 7, we have the 1967 Shelby GT 500 Super Snake. Now, the name Super Snake might ring a bell, but did you know that the original was a one-off prototype? That's right. Just one of these beasts was ever built, and it was a true monster on the road. This car was initially created by Carroll Shelby as a high-performance test vehicle for Goodyear's Thunderbolt tires. They equipped it with a 427 cubic inch V8 engine, the same engine found in the Le Mans-winning Ford GT40. With over 500 horsepower, this Mustang was capable of speeds over 150 mph, an incredible feat for its time. Only one was ever built, and it was auctioned off in 2013 for a whopping $1.3 million. The Super Snake is truly a legendary Mustang that represents the pinnacle of Shelby's innovation and performance engineering. Coming in at number 6 is a Mustang that's as colorful as it is rare, the 1968 Ford Mustang Rainbow of Colors. Back in the late 60s, Ford came up with a special marketing campaign that offered Mustangs in a wide array of custom colors, from passion pink to whipped cream. These weren't your standard paint options either. Each car was individually painted at a special facility, making each one unique. These cars were primarily sold on the West Coast, and it's estimated that only a few hundred were produced. The Rainbow of Colors cars are particularly sought after by collectors today because of their rarity and the sheer variety of colors that were available. Finding one in its original paint is like finding a needle in a haystack. So, if you ever come across a Mustang in a bizarre color that looks like it belongs in a 1960s pop art exhibit, you might just be looking at a rare Rainbow of Colors edition. At number 5, we have a Mustang that's famous not just for its rarity, but also for its Hollywood pedigree, the 1967 Ford Mustang Eleanor. You probably know this car from the movie Gone in 60 Seconds, but did you know that the original Eleanor was a much rarer beast? The first Eleanor was actually a 1971 Mustang sports roof, modified to look like a 1973 model. However, it's the 1967 Shelby GT 500 replica from the 2000 remake that truly became a legend. Just 11 Eleanors were built for the film and only 3 were fully functional. After the movie, Eleanor became one of the most famous movie cars of all time, with replicas being built all over the world. But the original film cars, they're as rare as they come, making them a must-have for any serious Mustang collector. Our number 4 spot goes to the 1969 Ford Mustang Boss 429. This isn't just a rare Mustang, it's one of the most legendary muscle cars ever built. The Boss 429 was created to homologate Ford's 429 engine for NASCAR, and let's just say they didn't cut any corners. Ford contracted Carcraft to modify the Mustang's engine bay to fit the massive 429 V8, which produced around 375 horsepower, though most experts believe it was much more than that. Only 859 Boss 429S were made in 1969, with a few more in 1970, making it one of the rarest and most powerful Mustangs ever built. Today, the Boss 429 is a highly sought-after collector's item, with prices often reaching into the hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's a true testament to the golden age of American muscle. Taking the number 3 spot is the 1965 Ford Mustang Shelby GT 350R, also known as the R model. While the GT350 is famous in its own right, the GT350R is the even rarer race-bred version that took the motorsports world by storm. The GT350R was Carroll Shelby's way of turning the Mustang into a track-dominating machine. With its stripped-down interior, beefed-up suspension, and high-revving V8 engine, the GT350R was a force to be reckoned with on the racetrack. Only 36 GT350Rs were ever built, and they were all intended for racing. These cars were lighter, faster, and more aggressive than the standard GT350, making them incredibly rare and valuable today. If you're lucky enough to see one of these in person, you're witnessing a piece of Mustang history that was built to win. Coming in at number 2 is the 1970 Ford Mustang Boss 302 Trans Am, a car born out of Ford's intense rivalry with Chevrolet in the Trans Am racing series. The Boss 302 is already a legendary name, but the Trans Am versions, they're on another level. Built specifically for the 1970 Trans Am racing season, the Boss 302 Trans Am cars were lightweight, purpose-built race cars with high-revving engines and race-tuned suspensions. Only a handful of these cars were made, and they were driven by legends like Parnelli Jones. These cars were the pinnacle of Mustang performance in the late 60s and early 70s. The Boss 302 Trans Am cars were not just about power, they were about balance, handling, and being the fastest on the track. With their racing pedigree and extreme rarity, these Mustangs are some of the most coveted cars for collectors and motorsports enthusiasts alike. And finally, taking the top spot on our list is the 1964.5 Ford Mustang convertible, specifically the very first Mustang ever sold. Yes, you heard that right, the first Mustang to ever find its way into a customer's hands. Back in April 1964, a schoolteacher named Gail Wise walked into a Ford dealership in Chicago and drove off with a skylight blue Mustang convertible 2 days before the car's official launch. This made her Mustang the very first one ever sold to the public. I had no idea I was buying a piece of history. I just thought it was a beautiful car, and I couldn't wait to drive it. Today, Gail's Mustang is a priceless piece of automotive history. It's been fully restored and is a shining example of the car that started it all. The 1964.5 Mustang is rare in its own right, but this particular car, it's one of a kind. And there you have it, folks, the 7 rarest Mustangs you've probably never heard of. Each of these cars represents a unique chapter in Mustang history, showcasing the innovation, performance, and passion that have made the Mustang an enduring icon for over half a century. Which of these rare Mustangs was your favorite? Let us know in the comments below. And if you're as obsessed with cars as we are, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a Top 7 countdown. Until next time, keep those engines roaring and those wheels rolling.